When deciding how kids should ride in your van, remember we talked about your rules, your van? This is going to be an incredible guide for you. Tom has put a wonderful orange marking on the door or the pole of the van. If a child's head sits below the top of this orange mark, you need this booster seat. That is going to be the safest way for them to travel. I don't really care how old they are. My goal is to keep them safe. You're transporting them to get to a good place. Let's get them there safely. If they stand taller than this orange line, you still should confirm that that seat belt fits them correctly and crosses the shoulder and both hips. Not high on the neck, not high on the abdomen. If it doesn't look right, you'll never be wrong to grab this booster seat. The final group of kids that we're going to talk about transporting are those kids who are old enough and heavy enough to ride in a booster seat. This is a very different type of restraint because truly this booster seat doesn't attach to the vehicle in any way. It is truly designed to boost the child so that the vehicle seat belt will fit them as if they were an adult. So when you have a child who's at least the age of 5, better yet, before they're 65 pounds, they should be in that other car seat. But once they're in this booster seat, you'll need to place the booster seat on the van seat, making sure that it's flush with the back. I am going to show you one thing that could come into play. If someone just flipped this seat up from being stowed, you're going to find that the head restraint is like this. If this head restraint is down and you put the booster on, you'll see how far away it is from the vehicle seat. We really want to make sure that that head restraint gets flipped up so that the booster seat can be in contact with the vehicle seat. The same would hold true if you use this booster seat in the third row of the van as well. Once we're here on the vehicle seat and the child sits on the booster seat, the next piece you're going to take a look at is the height where this shoulder belt guide crosses. If your child sits on the booster seat and their shoulder is higher than where the seat belt guide is, you're going to need to grow the booster seat. Here's how you do that. On the back of the booster seat, you'll see that there's a little squeeze handle right here. If you hold the handle of the booster seat or the armrest while you squeeze this, the booster seat will get taller. You can see at the back how it's growing. Anywhere where I stop and it has a locking position, it will grow taller. So let's say I just needed a little bit more. When I slide that booster seat back in position, I'm ready to install or attach my child. The lap portion of the seatbelt needs to go underneath both armrests. The shoulder portion must only remain under the armrest closest to the buckle, and then the shoulder belt must get routed in to the attachment on the booster seat. So here is where we need to make sure it's connected. This should always sit just higher than the child's shoulders. Once everything is buckled, you are good to go. Remember, it's very different from an installation of a car seat. We don't follow the buckle, lock, tighten when we're doing a booster seat. We are truly taking a child, making them like an adult, much higher, so that that belt then crosses the strong bones and they ride just like we do.